This year we have 5 athletes, 1 coach, and 1 friend of athletics. First up from the athlete category, please help us welcome Adam Duvendag. Adam graduated from Metamora in 2008 and was a standout 3-year varsity football starter, starring on offense, defense, and special teams. He was twice named First Team All-Conference and All-Area, and he was honored with First Team All-State designation as a senior. Adam was named MVP of the 2007 State Championship football team that finished 14-0, outscoring its opponents 671 to 160 for the season. Duvendag accumulated 3,742 all-purpose yards and 41 touchdowns for Metamora, leading not only the 2017 to a state title, but also the 2016 to a 12-1 record and a semifinal finish in the Class 5A playoffs. He went on to play college football at Eastern Illinois University, followed by Western Illinois University. Adam will be presented with his Hall of Fame plaque today by Mr. Pat Ryan and Mr. Nick Dolinsky. Help us present Adam Duvendag. And his induction is the Metamora Redbirds Hall of Fame. I think it looks like he can still play. Next from the athlete category, please welcome Marcus Whitfield. Marcus is a 1994 Metamora graduate who is the school's first swimming Hall of Fame inductee. Marcus is a 2-time sectional champion in swimming, as well as a 3-time state qualifier. In the single class state tournament, he placed as high as 14th as an individual. Marcus earned a Division I scholarship to Missouri State University, where he was named All-Conference twice in the Missouri Valley Conference. Marcus graduated with the 5th fastest 500-meter freestyle time in Missouri State history. He's presented tonight his Hall of Fame plaque by his daughter, Mia Whitfield. Young Marcus Whitfield is inducted today into the Metamora Redbirds Hall of Fame. Next up, please welcome our 3rd athlete today, Mr. Blake Mishler. Blake is a very tall man and a 2006 Metamora graduate who is a dominant force on the basketball court. He was a 3-time all-conference performer, an all-area recipient, and a 3-time MVP for Metamora. As a senior, he was named honorable mention All-State, leading the Redbirds to an overall record of 20-8 and a regional championship. Blake ended his Metamora basketball career as the all-time record holder in total points with 1,715, as well as the leader in rebounds and block shots. 20 years later, he is still 2nd all-time in points while maintaining his leads in the other 2 categories. In college, Blake played at East Tennessee State and Illinois State Universities and was named to the 2011 Missouri Valley Conference Scholar Athlete Team. He's being presented with his plaque this evening by Mr. Randy Tepke and Mr. Mike Brockhouse. Help me congratulate Blake Whitfield. Next up, our 4th athlete of the evening. Please help me welcome Justine Phillips Zatella. Justine Phillips is a 2010 Metamora graduate who excelled on the softball field as well as on the basketball court. She earned 8 varsity letters at Metamora, 4 each in softball and basketball. She was an all-conference performer in both sports. In her best sport, softball, she was named Peoria Journal Star Co-Player of the Year and led the 2010 Redbird team to the Class 3A state championship, blasting 2 home runs in the title game to help Metamora cap off a 39-1 season. After graduating from Metamora as the all-time single-season hits leader, She was an All-American at ICC, leading her team to 5th place in the nation. She went on to star at Olivet Nazarene University, twice being named NAIA All-American while leading Olivet to the World Series. Justine's plaque presented this evening is Mr. Derek Linder. Member of the State Trust for Induction and the Metamora Hall of Fame. Now our final act of the evening. Please help me welcome Michael Fay. Michael is a 2011 Metamora graduate who quarterbacked Metamora to more football victories than anyone in history. He was a 3-time all-conference and all-area athlete, as well as an all-state quarterback. In 2010, Michael was named Peoria Journal Star Player of the Year. He led the Redbirds for 3 seasons, guiding Metamora to a state title in 2009, a state runner-up in 2008, and a state semifinal in 2010. In those 3 years, Metamora compiled an overall record of 37-4. In high school, Michael established school records in rushing touchdowns with 76, passing touchdowns with 26, total points with 468, and total yards with 6,403. These stats place Michael as Metamora's most prolific offensive player in 80 years of football at MTHS. Mr. Pat Ryan and Mr. Rick Lewinsky. Congratulations, Michael, welcome to the Metamora Hall of Fame. Next up, help me welcome in the Friends of Athletics category, Mr. Scott Kerker. Scott is a 1983 Metamora graduate who has devoted much of his adult life to supporting the Metamora Redbirds. He has served many roles at Metamora in the 42 years since he graduated. Scott has been a member of the underclass football chain gang for more than 40 years. He has coached Metamora summer baseball for a decade. He officiated intramural basketball with Chuck Leonard for 17 years. And most recently, as many of you know, he has devoted over 2 decades to Redbird Replay, bringing Metamora extracurricular events to the world through MTCO, broadcasting football, basketball, baseball, and softball games. Scott's love and passion for Metamora is legendary. He is a friend to everyone and a supporter of all. His ringtone and doorbell has been known to play the Metamora school song. Scott is truly a Redbird for life. Presenting today with his Hall of Fame plaque is Dr. Charlie Zimmerman. Congratulations, Scott Kerker, to the Induction in the Metamora Hall of Fame. Last but certainly not least is the coach category. Please welcome Danny Breeze. Danny has spent parts of 47 seasons coaching basketball at various schools in Illinois and Mississippi, and he has found success wherever he has traveled. In the 13 years he spent at Metamora, he led the Redbirds to 10 seasons with 20 or more wins, a feat that had only been accomplished 8 times in the 83 years prior to his arrival. His Redbird teams won 30 or more games each of his final 3 seasons, the only 3 times in school history that has been accomplished. Metamora captured 5 regional and 3 sectional titles under Danny's leadership. The 2022 Redbird team advanced to the state finals for the first time ever, defeated legendary Chicago Simeon in the semifinals, and dropped a heartbreaker in double overtime in the championship game. But the next year, Metamora returned to the state finals, remarkably defeating East St. Louis and Chicago Simeon to capture the school's first basketball state championship. And some amazing numbers Tonight, presenting Danny with his Hall of Fame plaque, Mr. Justin Dane. Welcome to the Metamora Redbirds Hall of Fame. We are extremely proud to honor them tonight with tonight's Hall of Fame induction. One final ovation to these Hall of Famers: Adam Newman, Blake Mishler, Justin Ford, Michael Hayes, Scott Kerker, and Danny Reed. Thanks for your attention. Go Redbirds!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Digimax Sports Network. This is Scott Kerker along with Randy McGool. Randy got a little bit of a late start here tonight, but this is going to be a big game for Metamora. Yorkville Christian comes in. They're a good team. They got a kid going to SIUE, so they're not going to be a pushover. This is going to be a good team. I believe Niles North only beat them by 10. They beat Central just now by 12.
Yeah, and also a common opponent, St. Ignatius. This team lost to St. Ignatius by about 8. I don't know what the score was up at Tosh for us against St. Ignatius, so common opponent there. But, yeah, I mean, Yorkville Christian's been sending these guards to Division I. This kid averages 29 points a game. So, we got to play some defense tonight and maybe, look for some advantages down in the paint.
Yeah, that's for sure. Metamora they'll be without Gavin Geyer, who suffered another concussion again last night on that charge that we thought should have been a charge. It wasn't. It was called a block. But, Metamora's just going to have to go next man up. They've been doing it a little while. Zach Bourne's been playing great in his absence. So luckily we've got Zach, and we're just other guys. Beekman's going to have to step up probably a little bit, and however far else we go deep in the bench.
Definitely, and our depth at guard I think is going to show up big in this game. In the other game we had. We had Bourne. I'm trying to think the kid against Rock Island. We ran 3 different defenders against him. I think we're going to even see a similar game here where we're going to have multiple defenders kind of guarding their key guard and just try to keep a fresh body on them, see what happens. So
why don't we take a timeout? We'll come back. We'll talk to the Redbird head coach. Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with Metamora head coach Justin Dame. Coach, another game, another tough opponent, Yorkville Christian. They come in with really good guards going to SIUE, and they've got some other players, too, that can play.
Yeah, number 3, Jaden Riley. He's a really good player. Seen him on film a little bit. I think he's scoring like 29 points a game, but he's more than just a scorer. He's a really good passer. He's a Division I guard. It's going to be a tough matchup tonight. They got a lot of guys that can shoot the ball, so they complement him really well.
Coach, a lot of guards on this team. Do we have an advantage in the post tonight?
we definitely have a size advantage tonight. Height advantage, probably a little bit of a strength advantage in some spots. So we definitely, one of the big keys is to dominate the glass, but that's the same key every game. That's got to be our mentality, is try to out-rebound the other team, score more points in the paint than everybody. So we definitely got to make sure we do that tonight if we want to have a chance in this game.
Coach, you're going to be without Gavin Geyer again tonight.
Yep.
But that's, your players, Zach Morin, have kind of filled in very nice. But tough break for Gavin. He just can't seem to find a break.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully a couple more days off and we'll get him back next week. But, gotta be careful whenever you take a hit to the head, especially coming off another concussion. So,
yeah.
Obviously, we got to follow the concussion protocols.
So, Coach, big day here. You got all these Hall of Famers watching the game here.
Yeah.
Got to give congratulations to your predecessor, Danny Greaves, and Scott Kerker here. So, what a nice afternoon here.
It was really cool. Coach Greaves was one of my first coaches back when I was probably 6 years old. Bitty basketball. He taught me so much through my whole life playing basketball. So it was really cool to be able to be here for that and to give him the plaque and shake his hand. It was a really special night. I hope we can come out here and make it a little bit more special by coming out with a win.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. Coach, we'll let you get going here, but bring home a W.
Good luck, Coach.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about keys to tonight's game. Welcome back to Metamora. Well, Randy, pretty nice crowd here on a blistery cold evening.
Oh, goodness, yeah. I mean, it's cold out there. They got that whole big storm front coming through, so it's nice to see the turnout here tonight for sure. The Hall of Fame group was outstanding. You recognize some athletes here that have been awesome. A couple state championships, and softball. I mean, just everything. Football, softball, basketball. I mean, what an amazing group. So what an honor it's got to be for you, Scott, to be put in with that level of Hall of Famers. I mean, just wow.
Yeah, you got two football state titles. You got a softball state title and basketball state title.
Yeah.
In that group, and Michael Fay. Think about this. He had over 100 touchdowns.
That's
6,000 yards.
That's unbelievable. When you put that in perspective, that's a lot.
He was a video game.
Yeah. That's was that before Madden came out? We got to document that, right?
Yeah, that's just amazing. But it's that was a pretty good honor.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just like I said, what a class, well deserved. Everybody just put in the time and the effort. That's what Metamora is all about. Just good folks, just putting in the time, grinding it out, making awesome things happen.
We're about 6 minutes away from tip-off, and for me, I think Metamora's got to come out. They got to kind of install their or make sure that Yorkville Christian realizes we're the big bully in the gym, and we got to get the ball down low. I think to Bourne and into Jones, we got a height advantage. We got an advantage over them in every aspect.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you go to a little high-low game here almost. You know what I mean? Get one of them the ball at the elbow, post the other one, or a little screen and roll action right there in the paint. But we should have the advantage here, like you said. And, you don't want to see Yorkville Christian get any confidence and start hitting a couple threes, and all of a sudden that causes a problem. We saw that in the Illini-Purdue game today, right? Illini went into Mackey Arena, had a little confidence, and made it happen. So we don't want Yorkville Christian doing that to us.
Here's our school song. Well, we're joining our third guy on the mic tonight is Eli Young, double duty, the producer and the third man in our broadcast. We struggle when we don't have Gavin Geyer a little bit, and we didn't have him up at Moline. We played pretty well, but we played real well last night when we had him, and then he got another concussion, and he's out tonight. Hopefully that won't be long.
Yeah, we missed him in that Dunlap game for sure. I would have liked to see him on Gibbs, but I'm excited to see the guard play tonight. We obviously have the edge on the forward with the forwards and Jones and Bourne, but I'm excited to see Vasquez guarding that kid going SIUE. I'm imagine he has that draw, so I'm excited for that. He was telling me at school, he's looking forward to it. He's shouldering a lot. I imagine this is a game Logan might have a classic, not many points, but really make a big impact.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, look what Vasquez does for us. I mean, it seems like when he gets in the corner, gets open for a three, he knocks it down. But really, his key contribution to this team is defensively going up against the best, offensive guard. I mean, he guarded Du Bois in the East Peoria game. He always gets that tough matchup. He's up there taking a lot of screens, getting abused. And so his defensive tenacity is really, to me, a big personality of what this team's all about.
Yeah, I think so too. Their big players, number 3, Jaden Riley, and he's listed at 6'2", but the game I watched, they listed him at 5'10".
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he got some new shoes or something.
I
don't know.
Hit a growth spurt or something. But he's a very good player. I don't think those few inches are really going to matter. That's just a 4-inch difference there. And, that's not going to make a big difference in this game tonight. He's a very good point guard. He passes well. He shoots well. What did you say? Average 29 points a game. They're going to have their hands full with him. You got to keep the other guys in check. He's going to get his. Make sure that somebody else doesn't go out for 20.
Yeah, I got to be stout on those rotations on defense. Get back in transition. Don't let any freebies in.
Yeah, you're right. Transition. When you start thinking about playing against 5 guards, I mean, they're going to try to get down the floor, try to beat the defense down the floor, and you just cannot let that happen for sure.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is, I look for Sam Koch to have a big game here tonight. Last night, I thought he had a good game. He only scored 4 points. I think he only shot, maybe 4 times the whole game. He doesn't force anything. Maybe he's one of those guys that just needs to be a little bit more selfish.
Well, and Busey started out so hot and was getting open, and you're right. I mean, when things are going well, Koch, he just rolls with it, and you got to love that unselfish behavior. I mean, if a guy sometimes demands shots, he's leaving other guys open, and think about this Metamora squad is that all 5 guys are capable of hitting a 3 at a high percentage. So I love to see him get going, but at the same time, I don't want to sacrifice open looks for other guys. And he's just the kind of player that he's just not going to do that.
Right.
I mean, it's just, which is an amazing compliment to him.
Yeah, and I think so too. I agree with everything he said. And I look for Brady Jones to have a big game tonight, along with Riggs. They're the I guess the guys you look for almost every game.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Jaden Riley, 29 points a game for that Yorkville team. But any one of our 5 guys, even the 6th guy off the bench, I think is capable for going off for 29 points a game. We haven't seen it this year. Maybe tonight's the night for, a coming out game for one of these guys.
Yeah, for sure. And then getting back to the defensive side, Vasquez, I think, is going to get the assignment, on this high caliber guard here, Jaden Riley. But we're so deep at the guard position that you can keep running fresh bodies into the game and try to wear this guy down, and you keep him 10 points below his average. I think that gives the Redbirds a real good chance here to pull out the W,
A couple years ago, they were, I think in 22, they were the state champion 1A or 2A. I can't remember what one, maybe 1A. And they had like a 16-14 record, but they had one of the best players in the state, Jordan Shute, who went to Duke, who's now at Virginia Tech. But, I mean, they played everybody. That was a very deceiving record. I think they got a number 2 seed in their regional, and they were, like I said, 16-14.
Well, and they played all these bigger schools. I mean, look at their schedule. You know, they're playing Chicago, Westinghouse, and St. Ignatius, and I mean, they're playing at a high level. And I don't know what their enrollment is, Scott. You know,
it's pretty small.
Are they still in the 1A class?
Yeah, 1A or 2A maybe.
Yeah. So you know, they're playing this high level schedule. Then they step down in the tournament, playing a lot of small schools. That's a tremendous advantage for them. You know.
Take some time now for the national anthem and the starting lineup.
Between the Mustangs of Yorkville Christian High School and your Metamora Redbirds. At this time, I invite you to please stand and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem. Today's game is conducted under the regulations of the Illinois High School Association. We encourage you to demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout the game, no matter what your personal feelings of loyalty may be. And as always, thank you for your cooperation. Now let's meet our starters, beginning with the Mustangs of Yorkville.
Well, we will definitely have the height advantage, Randy, Eli. I hope we can take advantage of it down low. They're going to, you know, when I look at their schedule and look at ours, it's probably comparable, but they're a much smaller school too. So.
Yeah, and you know, they're 13-6 coming into this game. Jones controls the tip to Vasquez. But, you know, they start at 6'3". number 21, Purvis, who guarding Sam Koch, it looks like. Koch gets his way down into the paint. Ball gets knocked around, and Yorkville Christian comes up with it. Aggressive move to the rim there. That's Jaden Riley, 6'2 senior. Again, averages 29. And Yorkville Christian comes out here, a little 2-2-1 press, trying to turn things up. And ball just sails out of bounds there for the Redbirds. So Redbirds need to settle in here a little bit, Scott. Yorkville Christian starts 4 juniors and a senior here.
And Riley's the only senior.
Yeah. Shifty group. That's number 4, Trey Alford. Gets to the rim, finishes with the left hand high off the glass. Zach Bourne gets in the paint. Doesn't go. Knocked to Purvis for the rebound. And Yorkville's looking to run.
And, yeah, they're the highest scoring team in the state of Illinois for a reason.
The shot clock's not going to be really a big factor for them, is it, Scott?
No. Just for the guy that has to switch it off, reset it.
That's right. Yeah, this game being a non-conference game, we're using the shot clock here today for all the games in this tournament. Brady Jones for 3. Zach Bourne picks up the loose ball and gets the score. Nice to see Zach being gritty there.
I heard a comparison today by Gary Baranowski about Zach Bourne.
Jones with the rebound. Redbirds on the run. Up to Busey.
Hit that, Logan.
Vasquez wide open.
There it
three.
is. Good.
What did Gary say? What was
Gary
his comment?
said a less eccentric Dennis Rodman.
Wow. I love it. I love
do
it.
Too.
Doing the dirty work, you know. 3 is up, and tip rebound by Purvis, number 21. Brady Jones in the open floor gets the layup. Redbirds take the 1-point lead here, 7-6. Wow, that's a spin cycle right there by Jaden Riley. Oh my goodness. That's tough to guard, Scott.
Yes,
Need
it
some
is.
help on that. Jones drives the baseline, gets it out to Busey for 3.
Good.
Nice. Again, there's that drive and kick. That inside-out look coming off the rim is a high percentage look for a 3-point shooter. And Riley sails it out of bounds. It'll be Redbird ball. This team kind of plays almost like a little AAU team here. They're just now they've switched to a man press here. And they're doubling on the inbound. Busey gets it, turns the corner. Gets it down to Bourne in the paint. Gets it
nice.
out to Koch. Koch drives baseline.
Oh,
finishes
nice.
off the board. Nice.
Well, that's a way to fight in there with Bourne to keep the possession alive.
Yeah. Nice job by Sam Koch. You know, he had a little contact there on that drive and just got his eye in the rim and finished strong. Nice block out there by Briggs Busey, and Bourne comes in and gets the rebound. Jones now tries to settle things down a little bit. Vasquez drives baseline. Yorkville in a little 2-3 zone. Busey for 3. Riley with the rebound for Yorkville. Wow. Tough. Riley finishes in the lane off the fake, and Yorkville Christian will take a timeout here.
He's going to be a handful.
He is a skilled kid. I mean, you know, his balance is excellent. Everything's off 2 feet, so he can pivot either way. You know, jump shot. Yeah, I mean, his fundamentals are outstanding, Scott. I mean,
For sure.
tough guy to just, you know, you want to stay in front of a guy like that, but he's so shifty. And when he does that 2-footed jump stop, he can pivot off of either foot it gives him a wide range to get a shot off. Man, tough kid to guard.
So it'll be Redbird ball after the timeout. Again, Yorkville Christian with a full court press.
And man press, they're doubling the ball here on the inbound.
That's a good job. Step through and breaks it.
Yeah, and wow, Riley reached in there, no whistle. Vasquez gets in the paint, gets it down to Jones on the block. Jones just uses his size to power that up. And boy, you get him the ball on the block tonight, he's going to have a lot of success.
Yeah.
Purvis down the lane, can't finish with the left hand. Ball gets knocked away.
That's pretty good defense. The initial shot was really good defense.
Yeah, step back three. That goes for Trey Alford, the 5'10 junior. Vasquez now 3-on-2. And ball just slips out of the hands of the Redbirds. It'll be Yorkville to inbound. And now a substitution here. 24, Jaden Alford, possibly the brother.
It is.
Number 4 there. And Blake Wells takes his seat for Yorkville. Nice job by Vasquez to get a hand on that ball and tip it away. And now Bourne gets double teamed. And he's going to draw the foul on Riley.
I thought they were going to call the hook on him.
Yeah, he kind of had that hand right in there. Right, you're right, that could have went either way. Vasquez brings it up against Purvis. Over to Koch for 3. Riley with the rebound. Yorkville's on the run. Gets it up to Purvis.
Oh!
Koch with the block, but draws the whistle, and that'll take Purvis to the line to shoot 2.
Must have got part of the hand.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But I mean, Koch has shown us he's a pretty skilled shot blocker, all year, and did a nice job getting his left hand up there. Just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar a little bit there.
Yep. And they'll take the 1-point lead.
Bourne gets it in the short corner. He wheels on Riley, puts it up, and just rims out. Good looking move there.
Yeah.
Boy, Riley is a ton.
Gives them the 3-point lead.
That was hounded by Alford there. Koch takes it down, gets it out to Busey. Busey for 3. Just rims out. Jones with the rebound. It's knocked away by Riley.
You got to keep your eye on where he's at.
Yeah. I mean, he is a high IQ kid out here. Riley for 3 from a long way out.
Wow.
Jones with the rebound. That was a Steph Curry range there.
Yeah.
Little high-low, gets tipped away by Riley. And Jones gets it from Busey. I like that high-low action, though.
Yep.
We talked about that pregame. I think that's something that's going to be available. Double screen for Alford. Dribbles it down, kicks it out to the corner for 3. Off the front. I believe that's his brother. Purvis now misses the 3, and Busey skies for the rebound and gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Redbird ball.
Boy, they're not afraid to chuck it, are they?
No.
Colin Morrison comes in for Bricky Busey.
Yeah, they get a lot of shots up in a little bit of time. So do we know, I mean, they're the highest scoring team in the state. What is their average? Do we know that?
I'm not sure, but they were just Justin said they're the highest scoring team in the state.
Wow, I mean, because you're right, we're on a blazing pace here. Vasquez, guarded by Alford, gets it over to Koch. To Bourne, back to Koch for three. Man, Riley with the rebound. 12 seconds in the first quarter. Riley, fadeaway jumper off the front. Jones with the rebound. Takes the half-court shot. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Redbirds down by 1. 17-16 at Yorkville.
We'll take this time to hear from our sponsors. You've got the update. They're averaging 70 points a game, Randy.
Wow. That's yeah, they're right on track for that right now. So, and the Redbirds can, we like this up-tempo game. As crazy as that sounds, but we're not accustomed to playing like that.
Nobody wants to do that with us.
Yeah, true. So it'll be interesting to see how we go. But, we're pretty deep at guard, so I don't think it's going to hurt us. The shot in the lane goes. That's for number 2, Maxwell, 6'1" junior. Now, Taylor's into the game for the Redbirds. Bourne gets it in the high post, hands it off to Morrison, who takes it down, and he gives the charge. And that's Jaden Riley who draws the charge on Morrison there. So Vasquez still guarding Riley. Alford gets in the lane. Scores with the layup. Taylor gets it out to Jones for 3. Justin Bourne with the rebound, put back.
Zach Bourne with a big rebound, put back. That's a much-needed bucket.
Yeah. Takes the lead back down to 3. And that's number 2, Maxwell, gets to the rim, draws the foul on Jones. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Guys are all so skilled at driving the basketball. Really tough to stay in front of them. Sometimes you play a team like this, you got to take a step back. But they're also skilled at shooting the 3. And now number 11, Carter Wells, checks into the game. He replaces number 21, Jordan Purvis. Wells is a 6'3" senior. Taylor gets the ball into Jones, and Jones gets pushed from behind. It's going to be a foul on number 24, Jaden Alford, 6-foot freshman. Ball goes up to Vasquez, over to Morrison, back to Vasquez. Gets it into Jones, and
no, you can't do that.
Pass doesn't go through. Yeah, it's a tough one. And you see the defense hawking Jones on the backside. And Jones now is going to get fouled on the rebound. That's going to go against Maxwell with a push. So
just his first. Busey comes back in for Morrison.
So Yorkville still in the man press. Redbirds did a nice job there, just throwing over it. It's Bourne now in the low post against Riley, and a lot of contact. No whistle. Ball goes up to Bourne. Nice job to get a transition bucket there before they could get the defense set. That cuts the lead to 4 here. Riley drives baseline, kicks it out. Alford for three. Long. Ball's loose. Riley picks it up. Half court. Outguarded by Bourne. Gets into the paint. Little floater goes. Riley now with double digits. He's got 10. Busey down to Jones in the paint. Layup doesn't go. Riley with the rebound on the backside.
Don't like the move, like the play.
Yeah, get it down to him. That's a good thing. And now Riley finishes with the left hand, and he'll draw the foul. That's going to go against Vasquez. And Riley would go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Koch will check back into the game.
Replace Vasquez.
Yep, so we'll see who gets the assignment now to guard Riley.
They go up 9. We need a bucket.
Yeah. Koch against Purvis here. Purvis falls down, and ball gets kicked. So Metamora to inbound.
Too deep into the lane to make that pass.
Substitution for Yorkville Christian, number 22, Jed Oguli, 5'9" senior, comes in. He replaces number 4, Alford. Ball goes into Bourne, and he gets contacted. He'll get to the line to shoot 2, and that goes against Jaden Alford, the freshman. I think you just got to keep pounding this ball inside, and then, you know, when they suck in and help, you kick it out, get some open looks for 3. But we just got to settle in on the offensive end here. But defensively, you know, Riley is just dominating the floor out there. I mean, he's getting where he needs to be. When we help, he kicks out for 3. He is a handful, so we've got to come up with something to stop this Riley kid. So Bourne now has 8, pulls the Redbirds within 7 here. Bourne gets the assignment to guard Riley.
And we are using the shot clock, so that'll help.
Purvis for 3, and he hits it out top. And, boy, you know, if the supporting cast here for Yorkville starts hitting 3s, that's a real problem.
Yeah.
Koch for 3.
And got it.
Beautiful. All right. Cuts it back down to 7. 4 minutes to go here in the half. Riley gets in the paint, gets it knocked away by Busey, and Taylor with the recovery. Taylor now drives it down.
Oh, there's got to be a trip. There's got to be something.
A lot of contact there, and ball goes off of Taylor out of bounds. So Vasquez is back in for Jones for the Redbirds, and I didn't see the substitutions here for Yorkville Christian. That's Alford's back into the game, number 4. And then number 2, Maxwell as well.
Traveled.
Purvis, nice job by Sam Koch to wall up, but Purvis gets his own rebound, puts it back in.
Randy, didn't he travel when he first got the ball?
Wasn't watching that close. Bourne down in the paint on Riley, and the ball just gets lost. Kick gets out to Busey for 3.
Good.
And wow. That was a fortunate possession there. And Alford gets down the floor. Koch with the rebound. Redbirds now on the run. Ball goes to Vasquez. Down to Bourne for the layup. Redbirds cut it to 4. Tell you what, you can't blink in this game, Scott.
No.
You're gonna miss some things, you know. But now Vasquez again. And Koch comes over, helps, knocks it away, but Riley recovers. Alford now leaves it for Maxwell. Doesn't go. Ball gets knocked around, out of bounds to Yorkville Christian. They'll inbound underneath their own hoop. Ball's getting batted around like a ping pong ball in there, Scott. Alford now gets to the free throw line, little one-footed, and rebound. Putback doesn't go. That's Maxwell working in there. Just can't get it to go and gets picked away by Busey. Busey comes out with it. He's on the run. A lot of contact and no whistle again. And the crowd is making it known here that they're not happy with the Zebras here. Maxwell's in the paint. Gets it out to Alford. And now Yorkville Christian takes a full timeout. Talk things over here. So, yeah, there's been a lot of plays here that have an awkward look to them and not drawing a whistle. And I think the rest maybe need to get control of this game here a little bit. And I don't think either coach is real happy here with what's going on. I think the Yorkville coach is a little more vocal about it.
That is the same ref as the other game, the Dunlap game, I believe, over there.
Yeah, same. It's the same officiating crew.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, hey, these are the games you just got to adjust to it. You know, the one thing you can't control is the officials, and if you allow yourself to mentally get into that mindset that you're going to worry about the officiating, a lot of things go to seed. You know, you've got to just stay focused on what you can. What do they say? Control the controllables, right, fellas?
Yeah, I mean, we're upset, but you look at the scoreboard, we're only down 4 points. Way better than being down 10 like we were a few minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is such an up-paced game. You just got to stay in it, stay fresh, and keep grinding away. But I still think our opportunity here is in the paint. You know, keep driving in the paint. You know, we're getting a matchup down there in Riley on the post. If we can get him into foul trouble and get him on the bench, that can really change things here for the Redbirds. They run a little screen here from Maxwell. A little baseline jumper. Doesn't go. Bourne gets it knocked away, and Busey recovers. Gets it out to Jones. Back to Busey. Now over to Vasquez, guarded by Alford. Vasquez now gets it to Jones. To Bourne. Just a screen now. Koch for three. And I tell you what, excellent screen by Koch. He screened Jones' man, picked and popped.
Yeah.
And, you know, a great shooter is a great screener, Scott. And that was an excellent job by Sam Koch to set the screen, pop, get his feet set, and knock down the three. Cuts the lead to 1 here for the Redbirds. Riley, baseline jumper.
That's an impressive shot.
Yeah, that's tough. Bourne gets up the floor, gets the layup, beats the defense down the floor, keeps the lead at 1. Riley now drives the right side, misses the layup. Bourne with the rebound. Koch on the run. And throws it down with authority. Sam Koch. Oh, my goodness. Gives the Redbirds a 1-point lead here with less than 30 to go in the half.
And the shot clock's off, so.
Alford now at half court, guarded by Bourne. Got to believe they're going to set some screens here, get the ball to Riley, and there it is. Riley with less than 10. 5 seconds in the half. On Vasquez, takes it in. And
charge!
Gives the charge, and that's Busey comes over in help. And that'll be the second foul on Riley here. So great job defensively. And now Riley would come out for the last 1.3 to avoid his third foul. That was excellent help.
That was
by the
outstanding.
Redbirds, you know.
They did a much better job.
Ball goes long. And
Out of
just
bounds.
over Jones' head, and now Yorkville Christian's going to have an opportunity to inbound underneath their own hoop with a 1.3 kind of a, I think you got time for maybe, what, 1 bounce for the shot?
Yeah, and to bring in Beekman, I like this. They'll probably put him on the ball.
And there's Riley comes back in for Yorkville Christian. Beekman comes in for the Redbirds.
I like the great move by Coach Dane.
Yeah. There's Riley for three, and he hits it and draws the foul, and he'll have a chance to go to the line for a 4-point play here to end the half. This kid is tough. God, I don't remember playing a kid quite this dynamic.
No.
You?
No. Not this year.
Maybe like I'm thinking back to like Joliet West when we played Jeremy Pierce, you know, back in the TOC, what, 3-4 years ago? I mean, I don't remember a kid being this dominant on the court. Man.
And that gives a 4-point play, and they go up 40-37.
That'll bring us to the half.
Welcome back to Metamora. You know, we were talking off air, guys. This might be the most dynamic guard we've seen this year so far. The kid from Pasadena, Thornton, is it Tim Thornton? Or something?
Can't remember, but that was in the TOC.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he was tough. He was a ton, physical, you know, kind of got downhill to the rim. I don't remember him being, you know, kind of the 2-foot jump stop guy and be able to spin both ways and finish, you know, with both hands. And I just don't think he was as dynamic as this guy.
Well,
you know?
yeah, he was good. It also helped that he had a big 7-footer that he could dish the ball to.
Yeah, true. So, but yeah, he was a ton. But I'm going back, Scott. In my time, I think Jeremy Pierce. You know, when we played Joliet West back in the TOC 4 or 5 years ago. Other than that, I don't know. Eli, what do you think, man? I mean, did you remember anybody like this that's been this dominant?
I mean, Jaden Shute a couple years ago was about this dominant for them at TOC. I remember watching him at TOC. I'm like, this dude's legit, and I hear he's going to Duke. I'm like, wow, this kid I feel like should be going a little better than SIUE in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to dominate at SIUE, you know.
Redbird ball to start the second half.
Yorkville Christian comes out in the man. Bourne now in the paint against Riley. Ball gets knocked away.
If that initial move isn't there, you probably got to kick it out.
Yeah. You know, when you turn, he brought it right kind of by his belly button there to Riley, and Riley just going to rip that ball away. Offensive rebound by Wells for the deuce. And now Wells tips the inbound pass, gets it to Alford for the deuce. Redbird's got to take care of the ball here.
That's just carelessness there.
Vasquez drives baseline, spins, gets it to Jones. Jones gets his own rebound, gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot two. We'll see who that's going to go again. That goes against Purvis, but Riley was right there. It really could have went against either guy, so that'll be the first on Purvis. Team has active hands and is scrappy. You got to be aware of where the defense is at all times here.
Yep. He gets them both.
Jones takes the lead down to 5. Double screen for Riley. He drives baseline.
He traveled, yeah.
Yep.
It was intercepted anyway.
Yep. That's definitely an NBA move, you know. Ball goes to Bourne. It's the Koch. Jones.
Yep, going inside, Randy,
Off
just like
the
you talked
screen.
about.
Little flex cut. And cuts the lead to 3. Riley now hands it off, gets it back against Vasquez. Little fadeaway jumper. Tough. The guard right there. Riley now with 21 for Yorkville Christian. Bourne started by Riley. Gets it down to Jones. To Busey cutting across.
And gets
Busey
it.
lays it in. Nice cut by Briggs Busey. And Alford for 3.
Wow.
Gets it to go. Just like that, the lead's back up to 6. Koch guarded by Purvis. Gets it down to Bourne. Now to Busey in the corner. Out to Jones. To Koch. Little screen and roll. It'll get now Bourne finishes with the left. Nice job.
Got to get a stop.
High off the glass, doesn't go. And Bourne now gets the layup.
Great outlet pass by Jones.
Yeah, and Bourne is getting down. I think it's the 3rd time he's beat the defense down the floor for layups. And Bourne now is 16 for the Redbirds. Is really keeping us going here, Scotty. Alford now gets into the paint, left-handed hook. And Jones with the rebound. Gets it to Vasquez. Redbirds looking up the floor. Down to Koch with the left hand.
And ties it up. And they'll take a timeout. They look a little wounded.
Yorkville Christian
They're not
takes the
getting down the
timeout.
field.
Things knotted up here at 49 with 4:30 to go in the 3rd. And you're right. I mean, you know, the Redbirds, when we attack, boy, we look good, Scott.
Oh.
You know, and not giving away any second shots down here. You know, sealing off the rebounds is a key piece of the puzzle, you know.
You look up at that scoreboard, we got 3 guys in double figures. And, Jones with 10, Bourne with 16, and Koch with 12.
Busey right there knocking on the door with 8. So, some great balance shown by the Redbirds today. And, Bourne's got his hands. He's got Riley guarding him, who's got probably the quickest hands of anybody we've seen all year. And he's really got to be careful using his body to keep it away. But Bourne doing a nice job here tonight. So Vasquez, again, has the assignment here on Riley. High screen by Purvis. Purvis gets to the elbow, little jumper. Misses everything. Bourne with the rebound, gets it up to Koch. Redbirds on the run. And Alford saves it back. Now Busey for 3. A little strong. And Jones runs it down, gets it back to Busey. Now to Vasquez. Tries to get it in. And now Alford's going to foul Jones on the loose ball.
That's just wanting the ball a little bit more.
Yeah. Nice job by Jones. Just staying with it. He's been real active here on this offensive possession, keeping the ball in play. Ball goes into Jones in the post. Back out to Koch for 3. Beautiful. Inside out. Love it. The Redbirds take a 3-point lead here.
You never guard the inbounder. Nobody ever guards the inbounder.
Riley picks it up, gets it to Purvis, back to Riley. Maxwell drives in on Jones, gets in the paint, loses it, picks it up. Alford now for 3.
Oh, my.
And it goes, and the freshman drains a high-arching 3. Wow. Busey now guarded by Alford. Gets it to Vasquez, and just a tough pass. Falls out of bounds, so. Here comes Riley. Hands off to Alford. Now to Maxwell. Back to Riley. Top of the key. Drives down. Doesn't go. Jones with a nice rebound. Ball goes up to Busey. Jones to Koch. Now to Bourne at the free throw line. Busey now cuts in the lane, and ball gets knocked out of bounds by the Redbirds. Yorkville to inbound.
Everything about that except the ball didn't go in, like all of it.
Yeah, nice cut again by Busey to get in the lane there and gonna have a little 2-3 foot shot. Just couldn't get it to fall. Maxwell for 3. Doesn't go, and
what?
Alford falls down, and call goes against Busey. His first foul. I didn't see that. I don't know if he just tripped or.
No, he just whipped through the air.
We'll have to look at the replay on that one, Scott. Riley now against Vasquez, gets in the paint, pulled his pivot, but no call. Here's Alford. Gets it out to the other Alford here, number 4. Shot clock running down. Alford from 3. Wow, that's a tough shot.
Well, he traveled and he didn't get called.
Yeah. Bourne in the high post. Hands it off to Morrison, who thought about the 3. Now he drives down. Gets it out to Bourne. Under 10 to shoot. Bourne spins. Good! And hits a little jump shot. Brings the Redbirds back within 1. Here's Riley. Riley now And I don't know if that was a Euro step, but Bourne ball spins and gets loose. Here's Riley against Vasquez. Alford gets in the lane. Little floater goes. Yorkville up by 5. Jones over to Bourne, now to Vasquez. To Koch for 3. Beautiful. Cuts it to 2 with 20 seconds to go here in the third. Here's Riley against Vasquez. Redbirds have some fouls to give. Ball gets reversed. Alford now throws up a prayer and it misses. So Redbirds will take a 2-point deficit into the fourth quarter, down 59-57.
Welcome back to Metamora. It'll be Yorkville Christian ball to start this fourth quarter. Redbirds trail by 2. Redbirds come out the way they finished the third quarter. Morrison in for, looks like Vasquez.
Well-deserved break. Vasquez has been working his tail off. And Morrison knocks the ball, and it goes off a foot, and they call it over and back. I'm not sure whose foot the ball went off of. If it went off for Redbird?
No, it went off his foot.
So if it went off his foot, then that is an over and back. Morrison now has it against Alford. Busey now gets it down in the paint to Jones. Back out to Busey, now to Jones against Maxwell. Now down to Bourne in the paint. And he scores on purpose. Ties things up here at 59.
All night long, Randy.
So now Morrison gets the assignment to guard Riley here out front. Morrison stays in front of him, and now draws the offensive foul with the arm bar. Excellent job by Morrison to stay in front of Riley. Wow, that's outstanding defense there. Helps to put a fresh body in there sometimes, you know. That's the third foul now on Riley, who's got 23 at this point. Morrison brings it up, gets it to Jones. Now to Koch, sets the screen, pops for 3. Beautiful pick and pop there by Jones, and Koch delivers that ball on time and accurate in the shooting pocket. So many times the pass makes the shot. Alford now drives down. Jones with the rebound. Busey sets the screen for Koch. Ball goes into Jones. Out to Busey. Back to Jones. And
not a good angle.
Picked off. And now 2 players run into each other.
And Redbird score.
And now a flop warning is going to go against Riley.
Yep.
Who was already falling down when Jones picked the ball up. And what a play. But, yeah, 2 Yorkville Christian players just collided. The seas parted, and there was Jones with the ball and a layup. I mean, my goodness, that was quite a sequence there. So Redbirds up by 5 here, suddenly. Maxwell sets the screen. Nice job to hedge out by Jones. Too hot to handle for Maxwell, and Koch comes up with the recovery. Koch drives the lane. Finishes with the left. Redbirds up by 7. Riley now tries to get in the paint. Step back 3. No good. Koch with the rebound. Redbirds on the run. And there's Koch, little pull-up jumper, and it
And
falls
good.
in. And Redbirds with a little run here, up by 9 with 5:33 to go in the fourth. And Yorkville Christian takes a timeout here. And, wow, I mean, what a flurry here by the Redbirds.
You know, it's Jones and Koch doing the scoring, but it's Morrison on the defense on Riley.
Yeah, just staying in front of him. I mean, Morrison's footwork looks so good here today to stay in front of a guy like that, you know.
Yeah, the style of basketball that Yorkville Christian plays and being down 9 points, they only have one timeout left, so keep that in mind too. They used 2 in the first half, pretty quick back-to-back. They've used 2 this half. They only have 1 left, so.
Yeah, long way to go.
Yeah,
right?
long way to go. You got to keep on playing some good defense. I saw Vasquez came back into the ball game, but you know, I just think we're finding those mismatches with Bourne and Jones down in that low block, and they just can't stop it.
Yeah, we're using our size. I mean, you know, Bourne now with 20 points, having a great outing here for the Redbirds today.
He came in for. Did he come in for Busey?
He came in for Koch.
Oh, he came in for Koch. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see who gets the assignment here to guard Riley, and maybe they're going to switch. I don't know.
It's still going to be Morrison.
It's Morrison, but you know, we'll see. Maybe they're going to switch on screens or whatnot. So double screen here for Riley in the corner. There's Alford off the elbow. Little jumper doesn't go, and Busey with the rebound. And Riley looking to stalk the ball.
That's a
he
foul.
commits the foul. And that'll be the 4th on Riley here. The Redbirds have a chance to extend this lead to double digits here. Ball goes into Busey, guarded by Wells. Little backdoor cut and just a little too soon.
I liked
He
it. That's a
anticipated
great.
it. Just, you know, and Vasquez just couldn't shake loose there, almost like a receiver in a football game trying to break and just kind of was being held up a little bit. And Jones jumps the passing lane, gets the steal.
What a game by Jones.
Little flop there by Alford. Ball goes into Jones in the corner, guarded by Maxwell. Now up to Busey. Back to Jones, down into Bourne in the paint against Burt. Spins with the left hand, doesn't finish. Maxwell with the rebound. Morrison goes for the steal. Now he recovers, grabs onto Riley. Yeah. And that's the 2nd foul on Morrison.
That's okay.
Be on the floor.
All right. Bourne gets a much-deserved break.
Yeah, Bourne leaves with 22. Koch replaces him. Riley now tries to draw the foul. You know, Morrison had his hand out. That's kind of an NBA move. You know, you try to get that arm tangled up and try to get to the line, and didn't work for him. Busey now drives the lane, goes up strong. He'll draw the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul goes against Wells. That'll be his first.
2 guys got to go down the low block.
Yeah. Yorkville taking advantage of a little mini timeout there. Like Eli said, they're down to 1, so they're taking advantage of any extra second they can get.
Come on now, Briggs. All right, got the second. Puts us up 10, Randy.
Busey gets us in a double-digit lead. Redbirds just has to stay in front of them, play defense and rebound now. Morrison. Footwork is great. Wells for 3 from the corner, and he hits it. Cuts it down to 7. Now the ball, they throw over the pressure. Gets it up to Busey. Jones now gets it over to Koch. That's a screen. Koch now gets it into Jones, who finishes with the left hand. Love it. Nice high pass. Nice turn by Jones. And now Morrison is going to get called for the foul. That takes Riley to the line to shoot 2 here. That'll be the third now on Morrison.
Fatigue, Randy, fatigue.
Yeah, this Yorkville Christian team expends a lot of energy on both sides of the floor here. So 24, Alford subs in for Purvis for Yorkville.
Redbirds have to be strong this last 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
Koch gets the ball, guarded by Wells, gets double teamed, gets it over to Morrison. Up against the press, Morrison dribbles through it, gets it down to Jones, who doesn't finish from the edge, and Alford now on the run. Euro step, finishes with the right hand, cuts the lead to 6. And Vasquez gets fouled, and that's the last foul without the 2-point penalty here. So from here on out, Redbirds will be shooting 2 on every foul given by Yorkville. Vasquez throws over the pressure. Now to Koch in the middle. Gets it out to Busey. Vasquez guarded by Alford. Jones now gets the ball in the paint, spins to his right shoulder.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I'm glad they're still attacking the basket.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and with the shot clock, I mean, you just don't have that option.
No, that's true.
To slow down. You got to keep going at it. So the second foul on Maxey here. Free throws are going to be important here for the Redbirds down the stretch.
Well, first one's up and good. Yeah.
Bourne comes in for Busey for the Birds, and Purvis comes in for Wells for Yorkville. Morrison now controls the rebound.
Run some more clock.
Yep, Redbirds get another 20 seconds here. Morrison in the corner, guarded by Purvis. Gets it up to Jones, who finishes with the right hand. And I love the entry pass.
Yeah.
Nice up and high. Let your 6'6" sophomore go up and tear it down and finish it. Excellent, excellent entry. Step back by Riley. Rattles out. Rebounded by Vasquez. Now up to Koch. Redbirds up by 9 here with 2 minutes to go. Vasquez gets double
And we
teamed.
take a great timeout by Coach.
Coach Dame takes the timeout here with a 1:57. 22 seconds on the shot clock here. And, yeah, excellent. You know, Yorkville's really just looking to double team, get you to pick up the ball, pick up your dribble, double team you, get a deflection, steal the pass. You know, they're trying to get some transition offense going here. Down by 9. And excellent work by Coach Dame.
I think so, too. Does it look like the fatigue's starting to set in a little bit on Yorkville? That shot rattled in and out, and he's missed a few more in the second half. He had 20. What did he have at halftime? 20? No, he had 19.
He had 19 at halftime. You're right. He's only scored 5 points, really, in the second half. So, but, you know, Morrison coming in with a fresh body did a great job staying in front of him, you know, and when he turned and spun, Morrison was right there to meet him. I mean, just did a nice job. I think he studied him while he was on the bench, kind of watching Vasquez, and what a great job.
Another good thing, he took a full timeout so the kids could sit on the bench.
Yeah. But, yeah, the Redbirds have shown a lot of poise here in the second half. not been rattled, have been stronger with the ball. Ball goes into Vasquez, guarded by Alford. Alford's right on him. Gets double teamed, ball gets deflected, pushed away, ball ends up in Patch's hand, reverses over to Jones. There's Vasquez, draws the double team, tries to spin out of it, recovers, still has the ball, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. And so that's going to be a turnover. Yorkville to get the ball, and it's a tough one. We have to anticipate that double team a little bit because it's coming quick.
You can't.
And now
can't
Coach
stop
Dame
your
comes
dribble.
out, wipes up the spot on the floor here.
You can't stop your dribble.
Yeah, you can't pick it up too early. I mean, when you see that double team coming, you got to jump pass out of that, or like you said, you got to take one of the defenders on and go wide outside, but you can't go in the middle of that double team. These guys are skilled at the double team. Riley gets in the lane, pass isn't held. Now Alford picks it up. The three doesn't go. Rebound controlled by Morrison. Brady Jones picks it up. And now that Bourne is found by Vasquez for the layup. And that gives the Redbirds an 11-point lead here with a little over a minute to go. Riley gets downhill for the layup. Cuts it to 9. Now up to Jones. To Koch.
Under a minute to go.
Bourne now gets it out to Vasquez, to Jones. Jones drives the baseline, goes up, finishes
And
strong.
good.
Takes the lead back up to 11. 45 to go here. Three-pointer by Riley. Rattles out. Redbirds are looking good here. Ball gets reversed to Jones. To Morrison. Out of Koch, who pulls it out.
Smart move.
Works a little more clock, pivots out, gets to Morrison. There's Brady Jones. Gets blocked, recovers, puts it in. Redbirds up by 13 with 20 to go. Alford for three. Off the heel. Bourne with the rebound. Gets fouled by Riley. And Riley will lead the contest with 26 points. What an effort here by the Redbirds, Scott.
Yep. That was a heck of an effort.
Zach Bourne with 22 points. Look at the scoring line for the Redbirds.
22, 24, and 22 by Koch, Jones, and Bourne. The Redbirds will go to 15 and 6.
And Bourne with 23. Yorkville Christian calls the timeout with 7 seconds to go, down by 12. And what an effort by the Redbirds here tonight.
That second half was a clinic.
Yeah, what a great job on the boards, taking care of the ball. Just didn't get rattled tonight, Scott. You know, they just stayed focused and just played through adversity. You know, there were times where you thought this game might get out of control.
Yeah, with a dynamic player like Riley.
Yeah, as the 4-point play, you know, right before the half, take a lead. You know, pressed us the whole game. As the game went on, we continued to handle the press way better, you know, and really throw over the pressure and really get a 3-on-2 and really attack it.
Our next game will be at home on Tuesday night against the Morton Potters.
That'll be a good game. Morton's been playing really well lately. Ball goes into Vasquez at half court. Over to Koch. Koch passes it off to Jones, and that'll bring us Redbirds win 81-69 here on the Hall of Fame presentation. We'll be back with an interview with Coach Dane.
Welcome back to Metamora. We're here with a very happy head coach, Justin Dane. Coach, I thought your kids played their butts off tonight. You had 3 guys over 20 points. And maybe one of the big keys is the fact that Colin Morrison came in, didn't score any points, but he shut down Riley in that second half.
Drew a foul on him, kind of slowed him down a little bit after the push-off foul. Then he got his 4th foul. He wasn't quite as aggressive. The other guys did a much better job in the second half of crowding the paint a little bit and then getting out the shooters. I think first half we were a little too worried about their shooters and gave them too many easy drives. Second half we adjusted. The guys did an awesome job making that adjustment in second half and staying with it.
Yeah. Coach, how about the effort from Zach Bourne today?
You could say that every game, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
he rolled his ankle last night. It's all swollen up. He just had an awesome effort to have his career high points, I think.
23, yeah.
Started some really good players all night. I think he only came out for like 2 minutes all night on a bum ankle. So, and he was awesome. Everybody that played tonight gave us really, really good minutes, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought, Sam Koch, big 3.
Oh yeah.
Big drive, big power dunk.
Yeah. Pretty good for a 15-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Wait, we'll give him 2 more years. He's going to be really good.
Yeah, he's going to be really good. I mean, how many? If we ever had a sophomore that you've depended so much on at Metamora?
Maybe just Ethan Kaiser's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
Maybe Nate Cannell's junior year, but he had some older guys. He had his brother Joe Cannell and had a little bit of older role guys around him. We don't have any older guys right now, right?
No.
A lot of sophomores, a lot of responsibility, Brady and Sam right now, and they're getting better and better at understanding we got to show up every game if we're going to win against these good teams.
Yeah, just some little fundamental things. I thought you guys took care of the ball so much better in the second half, and the delivery into the post.
Yep.
It was up. Brady Jones went and got it. I mean, Bourne, it was right here. I mean, that post delivery just seemed outstanding in the second half.
Did a better job not bringing it down and exposing the ball. They had really good quick hands, feeling it a lot in the first half, but did a much better job in the second half, like you said, throwing it up high, keeping it high, and not exposing it. I thought definitely points in the paint, like we talked about before the game, was maybe the difference in the game, just getting the ball inside as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure. You guys got the ball in the paint a lot. I thought Brady Jones and Zach Bourne did such a nice job of doing some very positive things every time they got the ball down. I mean, you expect to score when you get the ball down that low, but they had some guys coming in, and they had a lot of shot fakes, and they for the most part, were really, really strong with the ball.
And that's a really good team. That's a team that might have a chance to go to state and get a trophy in 2A this year, maybe win it all. If they play like they did tonight, they're a tough team to beat.
Yeah, and they play some tough teams, too. So.
They've played some really good teams. I think they played St. Ignatius to a closer game than we did. They played Niles North, who we just saw knock off Peoria High. I think they only lost to them by 5 points.
Yeah.
They played Whitney Young to a close game. So they've really challenged their guys, and kind of like us, and you're kind of seeing it's paying off.
Coach, when you think about tempo, what is the tempo? What is your A+ game with this group? Is it a half-court game? Is it pressing? Is it? I mean, the tempo of this game was fast.
Yeah,
we like
that. We like that. The more possessions we get, we feel like, and especially at home, we're a really good 3-point shooting team. So we want to, if we can get 10 extra possessions, we feel like if we're shooting 8 of those are threes, more of a chance to score more points, obviously, over the course of a long game. But I think the fast pace with the shot clock is best for us. And most of the games, I think the games we've lost, I think Canton, no shot clock. Washington, no shot clock. Dunlap, no shot clock.
East Peoria.
No, so 4 of our 6 losses. One's at Christmas, and one is at Thanksgiving with a shot clock. So 4 of our 6 losses are teams really try to slow it down, and this is the last year you can do that.
For sure.
We're looking forward to having a shot clock in every game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Coach, you get the big win here tonight. You go to 15-6. That's a big game on Tuesday night against Morton.
Yep.
They come to our place.
Yep.
I'm sure they've circled that because we beat them in triple overtime. But you're really playing well right now.
Yeah, we are.
And that's right when you want your biggest rival to come to town.
Yep, definitely. We got to protect the home court. We finally got another streak going now. We're up to 2 in a row.
Yep. Yep. Coach, we'll let you get going here. Congratulations. Nice job.
Thanks so much, guys.
Nice game.
Thank you.
I want to thank Jonathan Stahlberg, sideline camera guy. I want to thank Randy Bagol, my partner on the call. I want to thank Eli Young, the third guy on the call, and the producer, and my brother Mike on the camera. Great win here tonight, big night. Couldn't thank everybody enough. We'll see you Tuesday night from here at Tupke Gym against the Morton Potters.
Congratulations, Hall of Famer.
Thank you very
Signing
much.
off.
Thank you.